good morning, good afternoon, good night. YouTube, wherever you are, thank you for joining tvstreamingnews.com. If you've never joined us before, never seen us before, we have a blog, tvstreamingnews.com. I will have it in the description. We talk about everything to deal with streaming options. Especially during the pandemic, people want different ways to watch their movies, sports, doesn't matter. In many instances, they're just trying to get away from the high price of cable. And we talk about that. We talk about antenna options, all the different services out there, paid and free. Services like AT&T, Disney, Fubo, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and even the not so popular ones like Tubi or Pluto. We'll talk about it, we'll blog about it, and in this case, we'll do a video about it. And in this video, what we're going to do is talk about Amazon Firestick. Many of us out there, we have an Amazon Firestick, or in this case, I have the Fire TV made by Amazon. And it doesn't matter whether you have the TV or you have the Firestick. I want to talk to you about the options that you have here for live TV. Because the Firestick is great. As you can see here, I have on the Fire TV all the different, I can watch Netflix, IMDb TV, which is owned by Amazon, YouTube, of course, owned by Google, Hulu, and also go into here to watch movies. I can go in here and watch the local channels from my antenna. There's a lot of options on this Fire TV. But what I'm going to talk to you about will work whether you have the Fire TV or if you have a Fire Stick. You could have an older Fire Stick or you can have the new Fire Stick. This will work for you. So if we go back here to the home, with what we're going to talk about today is this app right there, which is called Mobdro, Mobdro. Now the app Mobdro has been around for a while. Some of you may already have this app. Some of you probably never heard of it. Either way, it's one of my favorite apps for watching live TV. And let me just say that this video is for educational purposes only, okay? I want to make that very clear from the beginning. So this is just to learn. But this Mobdro app, I love this app. But I've had it for a number of years and it can be wonky. So it's a great app for watching live TV, like news and some of the channels that are out there. It's good for movies. And it's not bad for sports, but it's really good for live TV. But it can be wonky sometimes. So you see I have this app here on the Fire TV, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall this app and I'm going to reinstall it. Because like I said, when I go into it, many times when I go to a particular channel, I'm not able to get that channel. And then when I do get it, it's not a very good viewing experience. So this will work for you if you've had the Mobdro app for a while. The new version is far superior than the older version. And for you customers who've never heard of Mobdro, well, you need to check this video out. The remote control I have is the Fire TV remote, which is this one right here. And it's your regular remote. And when you see me working the controls, I'm primarily going to be using this here, this wheel, which is my left, right, up and down, and select in the middle. And I'm also going to be using the home key, which is this one right here. And this is a shortcut with the 3 bars. This is the shortcut. And then this one to go back right here. So this is the Fire TV remote, but it also, what I'm discussing today, will work with this remote, which goes to the Fire Stick. And if you have a Fire Stick, you are familiar with this remote, or you should be. And again, it has the wheel with the selector in the middle, the three bars, which is on the right here, which is options or shortcut, your home key, and this key to go back. Those are the only keys that we're going to be using today when we talk about this app, Mobdro. Well, first of all, I'm going to uninstall this app. You can stop the video at any time. That's the great thing about YouTube, okay? It's like a DVR. You can go back, you can go forward, you can pause. So feel free to do that if I'm going too quickly for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall this app from here, and then I'm going to reinstall it because, like I said, I've been having problems with the app, and so I'm going to uninstall it from the system and reinstall it. And this is a good way too if you need to free up some hard drive, some space. You may need to get rid of apps. So this will work too if you need to get rid of any other app aside from Mobdro. So again, this is the Fire TV. We're going to go up to the home. We're going to go up here to home at the top and go across to settings, come down, and then we're going to go to applications right here. And we're going to come down to manage installed applications. And it's going to show us our memory. And as you can see here, space, I've got very little space left, okay? I've got 0.99 gigs available. Anyway, I'm going to go to manage installed applications. And I'm going to find Mobdro. Here it is. And what I'm going to do now is select it. Once you select it, we're going to uninstall it. Okay? So we're going to uninstall, and it wants you to know if indeed you want to uninstall it, and that's correct. I want to uninstall. Press the home screen again, the home button. We go back to home, and you can see that the app is no longer there. Okay? It's no longer there. I've uninstalled the app, which is what I wanted to do. So now what we want to do now is reinstall the app. Before we install the Mobdro app, we want to make sure we go back to settings here and make sure that we have two items that are turned on. Okay, so we're going to go over to the settings again, and I'm going to come down, and I am going to go to device and software. Now, if you have a newer Firestick, it will have a different name. But once you get in here, you should find developer options. Once you get into developer options, you select it, and you want to make sure these two features, ADB debugging, is on, and apps from unknown sources, you want to make sure they are on. Because this is where it gets really good now. So we're going to go back to the home, and we want to be able to download the Mobdro app. So before we can download it, we need to get the downloader. So we're going to go to the search, which is that circle right here, and we're going to type downloader. So once you hit D, and you only have to type a few letters, and it recognizes what you're looking for. In fact, I hit the letter D, and you can see it's already one of the options, downloader. So we select that, and there's the downloader app. And what you want to do is go ahead and select it again, and that's it. You're going to install the app. Once you've downloaded the app, you come to this page right here where it's ready for you to type a URL. And the URL that we are going to type in here is firesticktricks.com/mob. So we're going to use the wheel on the remote control and we're going to type this. I'm not going to edit this video. This is going to be done in real time. So if I make any mistakes, you'll see it here too. But we hit the select, the keyboard comes up and we start typing away. And you see I'm pretty poor at this typing stuff. But that's okay. Now we need to get that backspace. So we have to come in here. Then back to the letters. And there we go. firesticktricks.com/mob. And then we're gonna hit go. Do you want to install? Yes, we do. So we're gonna go ahead and install that. Now the app is installed, but we're not gonna open it yet. We wanna go ahead and hit done. But we don't want to hit open because if we hit done, then what we want to do is delete this APK. We don't need that, okay? This is just gonna take up more space on your stick or on the TV. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that. This is the installer. It's gonna ask for confirmation. Yep. So let's go to all the apps. We're gonna go to see all. And it's gonna show all the apps that we have, and it's the last thing that we installed, and here it is. Now that it's there, remember the 3 bars that I showed you earlier in the video on the button on the remote control, and on the bottom right hand of the screen, it's showing you options right there. So we're using the 3 bars right here on the remote control with the app selected. We don't want this app to be buried right here. So we press that and we're gonna move to front. So we're gonna move that app to the front, select it. Now we go back to the home on the remote control, pressing the home button again. And look at that, badam, badam, boom. The app is right there at the beginning of your home screen. I'm going to open this app up and I'm going to show you the different options that you have for live TV. I'm not going to play anything. The sound is going to be mute. I'm just going to pull up channels and then I'm going to stop it. Because like I said, this is for educational purposes only. So let's go ahead and select the app. We want to agree. It says you want to allow MobDraw to access photos, media, and files on your device. We're going to allow. And here's MobDraw. This is it. So we're greeted right here with channels, news, shows, movies, sports, music, gaming, animals, tech, podcasts, spiritual, and others, which I never really go into. Here's the channels. If you select channels, we go ahead and say agree. So here's all the channels, and you show all, and these are all the channels down here. It's a lot of channels. Some big names too, and maybe some channels you've never heard of. But that's the great thing about it. There's a lot of content here. Okay, so I'm gonna come out of that. And then we have news. If for you people who are news junkies and you're the MSNBC crowd or you're the Fox News crowd, I'm sure I'm gonna hear about that. You have those options here. But there's other news too, like Bloomberg, Cheddar News, RT, Euro, C-SPAN, Newsmax. So you can get all the news to your heart's delight right here. So let me go ahead and pull up one for each crowd. Let's go ahead and see if CNN is up. And like I said, I'm going to pull it up, and this is real time, but if it starts to play, I'm going to stop it. There we go. I'm going to stop that. That was CNN, okay? That was a commercial. Let's go for the Fox News crowd, okay? Let's go into that. And it takes a few seconds, but this is in real time. Again, a commercial. And the thing about these these cable channels is that when one is on commercial, they're all on commercial. And it's not just the networks, it's not just the cable channels, it's the networks too. You never find that one channel is on commercial and the other one is not. They do it that way because they don't want you to go off to another channel, finding content on another channel. So they make sure they have the commercials on at the same time. So if you're watching Fox and you switch to another channel during a commercial break, you're going to find out other channel is either on a commercial break or goes right into a commercial break. That way you don't get distracted with content on another channel. They all collude. And let's go to the MSNBC channel for those people who like MSNBC. Let's see. And again, this is real time. In most cases, this is in HD. So there you see MSNBC. Let's go into the movies. See what's on. Oh, there's a horror movie here. Thing is, you don't know what movie it is until you go in. So I stopped that because I don't want to get into trouble. There might be kids watching. And we'll go back to there's no sports. Well, there is baseball. Today's the 24th. So baseball started yesterday, but I'm not going to go into the sports. There's very little live sports right now. Let's go into the channels. And what channels do you want me to test here? All right, looks like a lot of you have said HBO. So HBO it is. Let's take a look. So there you see, this was in real time. Everything's working. It's stable. Most of this content is HD. Like I said, this video was for educational purposes only. All the channels that you can ever want is right here on this app. So if you like this video, please subscribe, because this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to be doing. I was very, very busy. I do a lot of stuff. So I'm really, really happy to be back on YouTube. And if you want me to produce more content, subscribe and share. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really close. I'm, I think, at 989. So maybe by the time you get this video, I'll be up there. And before I leave, I have a question for you people out there. And it's about YouTube TV. I've done some write-ups on YouTube TV, but YouTube TV has raised their price now to $64.99. And in many of my write-ups, YouTube TV was either the best or the second best streaming service out there, in my humble opinion. My question for you guys and ladies out there is, would you consider getting YouTube TV? It's $64.99. They raised the price up. This is the third time in under 3 years. Would you get it? If you have it, are you still happy with it now that they've raised the price? I mean, you do have over 85 channels, and it does have like the NBA and Major League Baseball. The NBA season hasn't started back up yet, I don't think, and baseball just started. But you do have the unlimited DVR, which is really great. But do you have YouTube TV? Let me know. Would you get YouTube TV? Let me know. Are you canceling YouTube TV? Remember, a lot of these streaming services make it very easy for you to cancel. Are you going to Sling? Sling has kept their prices really low, and they're really aggressive. But are you going to keep YouTube TV? Are you still going to get YouTube TV? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you think about this app. Again, it was for information purposes only. tvstreamingnews.com. Hit me up, go to my blog, like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll see you the next time on the next video. Cheers.